I mean, you're operating your business, and then all of a sudden they come and they tell you got to shut down, and they won't explain why.
Shut down without due process. That's what Sportsland Shooting Range president and CEO John Sablon says happened to his family-run business.
The short explanation of it is it was shut down due to non-renewal of the business license. Now, of course, there's a backstory to that.
To renew his business license, the Department of Revenue and Taxation required him to be re-inspected and approved by several government agencies, including the Department of Land Management. He says that's where his application was stalled without written explanation.
I approached the Department of Land Management asking to meet with the director, and my calls and my requests have never been answered. I then got to speak to the chief planner to find out what actually the problem is so that I can try to address the issues and get my business license renewed. But she simply could not give me in writing what the actual problems were.
But Sablon believes the closure started from a neighbor's complaint filed with the Guam Land Use Commission over a year ago.
I was told by several people within the government, to include the Department of Land Management, that it started with a noise complaint, or you have a noise complaint that they're investigating.
A commission meeting from last July detailing a homeowner's concerns, including noise pollution, stray bullets, and several other allegations. The complainant requesting for Sablon to cease operations then. Now it's a reality that he says has negative repercussions for the community.
This is the only venue for our citizens to partake in the shooting sport, or for law enforcement to practice. We get a lot of law enforcement agencies coming out here to train and qualify their officers. And also, we have 5 employees that will not be working after Friday, so they won't be making an income. And some of them have families, young kids. And this is their sole income they rely on.
The issue reaching all the way to the Guam Attorney General's office.
And we must remember this is a business, and they are earning money off of a license that the government of Guam has afforded them. The other concern is we obviously don't want anyone getting a bullet in their back because of a stray bullet, a ricochet, or something, because you've got a high density district, Dededo, which is one of the largest villages on Guam. And this idea that people need to live in their homes safely.
AG Doug Moylan hosting a roundtable discussion tomorrow morning, inviting neighbors who made complaints, Sablon, and government officials involved.
The main purpose of why we're doing it is to gather sufficient information and facts in order for us to develop the legal question of what exactly is the Attorney General's role on whether we can either assist the license applicant, this is a license renewal situation from what I understand, or confirm if the government's actions need further guidance.
The roundtable will help draft a written legal opinion and whether the matter could be resolved in administration level or if it will need to be taken to the legislature.
I want to make every effort to be there, state our case. We want to reiterate that we followed every requirement that Gov Guam has put out for us to reopen this range.
Matsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.